Mathematics 2, Chapter Integration. Tutorial question 22. B. Now, the question asks you to sketch the given curve and line on the same axis and find the area of the region enclosed by that two curves. Let's look into the first curve. You have a quadratic equation y equals to x squared minus 5x minus 6. Now, how to sketch a quadratic? Very simple. First of all, you should know the shape of your parabola. Since your A is positive, then you're going to have a U shape. Second, you should know the y-intercept. Y-intercept is basically the value of your C. In the case of here, the value of C is going to be -6. Now, next one, you should know the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry will be the turning point of your parabola. And this time around, we're going to do shortcut, which is x equivalent to -b/2a. Substitute in your b, which is -5, and a as 1. You will got the axis of symmetry of 5/2. Now, what will be your y value when your x equals to 5/2? Now, evaluate by yourself by substituting the x value into the y. You will obtain -49/4, or we can say it as 12.25. Alright, next one. We also need to know the root of your quadratic. Root is basically your x-intercept. For in the case of here, you will got x equals to 6 and x equals to -1. Now, since we already have all the information about your parabola, you can sketch your curve accordingly. Now, let's try to plot it together. Sketch the y-axis and x-axis. First of all, you know it's a U shape and it's going to intercept at y-axis of -6. So let's -6 be here. Next one, the axis of symmetry happen at 5/2, which is 2.5. Let's denote it here, 2.5. And -49/4 will be far more at the bottom, which is 12.25. Don't forget the negative. Alright, so we have y-intercept. We know as well is going to be having a turning point at the 2.5 and -12.25. And we also know the root will be at -1. Another root will be at the point of x equals to 6. Since we already have all the coordinate, you just simply need to connect all the point to obtain a parabola function. Now, we have another equation here, which is a linear equation, y equals to x minus 11. Very simple. For linear equation, you just simply need to find the x-intercept and y-intercept. Now, what happens when your x equals to 0? What will be your y-intercept? Correct, it's going to be -11. But what happens when your when your y equals to 0? Yes, your x-intercept will be +11. So you will have these two coordinates, 0, -11, as well as 11, 0. Now let's try to connect these 2 points. I'm going to use the orange color this time. 0, 11. -11, I presume it to be here because I'm just sketching without using graph paper. So 0, 11 will be here. 11, 0 will be slightly here. Then you just simply need to connect these 2 points. Looking into this curve, okay, you know already the area under the curve between these two enclosed by these two is going to be the green region. Okay, now let's do the second part of the question. Find the area of the region. Now let's delete the previous working step and start by finding the area. Now how to find the area? First of all, you need to know the boundary. What will be the boundary of your area? Which is the intersection point between the intersection point between your quadratic as well as your linear. So we need to know first the boundary. So we equip y1 equals to y2. Let's denote the y1 as your quadratic, x squared minus 5x minus 6. Meanwhile, your y2 will be the linear, x minus 11. Move everything into one side, you will obtain x squared minus 6x plus 5 equivalent to 0. Solve accordingly. Factorize your quadratic, you will obtain x equals to 5 and x equals to 1. Hence, the value here will be 1 and 5. Since you know the boundary, now we can find the area. How to find the area between two curves? Remember, it's just simply integration. Your boundary, lower boundary is 1, upper boundary is 5. Remember, which one is the upper curve? Look at here. It must be upper curve minus lower curve. Your upper curve, which is the orange color, is basically the equation of your straight line. Meanwhile, lower curve is basically the equation of a quadratic. So I'm going to put x minus 11 because it is the equation at the top of your area, minus with your quadratic x squared minus 5x minus 6. Now, simplify accordingly, you will got negative. Hold on, let me erase this area. There is slightly a typo. Right. 1, okay, 5, negative x squared plus 6x minus 5. You're going to integrate with respect to x. Now, integration, carefully. The power will be added up by 1, divide by that power. 6x become square over 2. 5, integrate a constant, will have additional x from 1 to 5. Evaluate, substitute upper limit first into your x, minus substitution of lower limit into x. At the end of the day, you will got the final answer as 10 2/3 unit square. That's all.